Later during the Survivor Series, you and Billy come out during the Legion of Doom's match, and Billy has his face painted, and you stole the LOD shoulder pads, and you cause Animal to be counted out. This has got to be a big deal for you to be working with LOD, especially with your family being so deeply rooted in the business. How excited are you going into this match, this program, and everything?
Yeah, man, so excited because look, the Road Warriors were one of my favorite teams in history, like old Georgia Championship Wrestling,
Oh,
when they
yeah.
would come in and they would just the bell wouldn't even ring, they just run across and beat the piss out of 2 guys. Man, there was nothing better than that, and they were terrifying, but I had known at this point, I had known Hawk almost a decade. I'd known them both almost a decade, but Hawk I spent more time with. Um, and so it was almost like working with Mike and Joe, you know what I mean? Like I knew them for a while, but at the same time, this was the first thing in my professional life that was next step. And it all came really fast. And so I just wanted to say, like, thanks to you, Ryan, and to the researchers and everybody for kind of walking me back through this because it's really therapeutic and really cool. Um, and I wish I would have been sober for a lot of it. I don't mean to take us down a dark path, but I really do. It's one of the things I don't have any regrets because I don't want to. I can't cry over spilt milk. What's done is done. But the one thing I think about is, man, if I hadn't have been, out of my mind on mind altering substances, how far would I have gotten? What could I have done in this industry? Um, Truth be told, I probably did it all I needed to do anyway, exactly how it was supposed to be and exactly doing what I'm supposed to be doing now, you know?
I mean, I'm just hearing the emotion in your voice, and I'm getting a little choked up
Yeah, yeah, well,
just thinking
it's
about that.
look, I love my life now. I love this part of my life too that we're talking about right now. When I was, we're talking about young Brian and young Billy and young Sean and young, Hunter and X-Pac came along and man, it was a great part of my life, but it's nothing compared to the life I'm living now. And I don't mean to get us off track. I just mean, man, being granddad, being pawpaw
I get it.
is
Puts it
all
into
it's cracked up
perspective.
to be, my friend. Yeah, I
Man.
love it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna bring us back to the ring.
Please, please do.
Did you have any hesitate I mean, you're gonna be like, "I just told you, I don't remember, man." No. Any hesitations knowing the Legion of Doom's reputation, or were you ready to just get in there and rough it up with the
Yeah,
legend?
yeah. No, no, no. Look, I what their reputation definitely preceded them, but if I'm being honest, this was me and Billy at our prime and them way after theirs. And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way at all. It's just a fact of the years, you know what I mean, and where we were in our careers. And so we were, as far as physicality is concerned, me and Billy, they need to be worried about getting in there with us. And that's the truth, because we were young and dumb and as stiff as they come. So we were that maybe that's a good spot to get into our blue chew. Uh,
Tremendous.
yeah. No, but
Tremendous.
yeah, the Road Warriors needed to watch out for us because look, we were young and we were ready to rock and roll. You know what I mean? And we felt it, and so look, they were physical. There were times, one time, when Hawk backed me up at the turnbuckle, we locked up. He backed me up at the turnbuckle. I went to put my hands up, and he just punched me right in the face,
Ugh.
like with full on punch right in the face. And I just rolled out of the floor and walked to the back. And Jack Lanza was standing at the curtain. He goes, "What the hell are you doing, kid?" And I said, "He just punched me right in the face. I'm not going back out there." And Billy was out there getting killed. And Jack said, "Well, I guess Billy can take the finish, huh?" I said, "No, I'll go back out there in a minute." So I went back out there in a second. But yeah, look, they're tough dudes. We were tough dudes too. You know what I mean? So yeah, we were excited about it because of where we were going. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to go work with those guys, you're doing something. And man, that was early in our career. We were both, like just not long ago, we weren't doing anything. And now all of a sudden we're shooting to the moon, man. So it felt good for us.
Amazing. Later that night, DX, Sean and Hunter take on the Legion of Doom in the main event. You and Billy jump the rail and you literally throw ether in a rag and suffocate Hawk, putting him to sleep. I mean, as I repeat that, you ethered the man
Yeah,
inside the ring. These are cool moments that stand out as I mean, groundbreaking, edge pushing, like all of these things. How fun was that for you to get to do something like that?
man, and this was in the main event of the show, and for us to be involved even in that, and then Sean and
There you are right now.
yeah, Sean and
Oh,
Hunter and China and Legion of Doom are in there, and we're coming out and doing something to cause, you know what I mean? Like that was a, yeah, it was a big deal to me.
China hit the low blow, you've got the ether, Animal goes down, and and then you go to shave Hawk's mohawk and put Animal through. I mean, this is just mind-blowing right here. That mohawk means so much. I mean, as someone who shaves their head, anytime I have any sort of growth and I'm going to do a clean shave, it starts with a double mohawk Hawk style clean, and then you fix it. Like, ever
Yeah,
since I'm 22 and shave, like,
I mean, and how long has he had that? Uh,
forever. That
what
that's
was it?
that's him.
Opposite Hawk. I don't know what I don't know what his was called, but yeah, we look for those two guys, Hawk and Animal, to allow this to go on. Like that's we talked a little bit earlier about doing business. Like this was doing business, man. This was passing a torch to some new kids that were unfounded and unproven. But they Hawk and Animal and they the office trusted us enough to do this. And man, I watched it back the other day and I just thought, holy mackerel, we did that to the Road Warriors. It's unbelievable to me.
I mean, you're rubbing shoulders with and associated with the top heels, the top superstars, the legends of the business. Is this the biggest moment of your career, obviously, up to this point?
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Here you go. You guys are
now we're
setting
gonna,
up for
yeah,
the big oh,
the big
multi-man
four-way
power bomb for
four-way power bomb through the table. Man, and look, we're pointing at him and laughing and like we're really having fun.
Sorry,
And
just looking at this clip, I'm actually fascinated how long the style of WWE commentary table has stayed the same. Like, in
yeah,
terms of the w I would
look,
have thought it
it
would have
breaks good,
changed.
it falls apart good. If it ain't broke or it does break, don't
Don't
I'm not
fix
sure.
it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say after
It
that. But yeah, we look, the damage wasn't done. We shaved one of his uh mohawks or his size of his head. We put Joe through the announce table, and now Billy's gonna drop a leg on Hawk. And then Sean drops an elbow on Hawk. Like we really did a number on him.
And then for the audience watching at home, I mean, this is almost just jaw to the floor thinking, "How is this happening to such a dominant team in the Road Warriors, the LOD?" And this is the emergence of something new growing. But as I say that, as the segment kinda came to the end and winds down, it doesn't show completely that you guys, Sean and Hunter, are on the same page. Were you all talking about officially becoming a part of DX, or is this kind of a slow build once again?
Yeah, they were trying, look, it was so fast once it started that they were trying to at least tease the, I mean, I think, well, look, when you saw this, you knew where we were going. And
Right.
that happens a lot nowadays too. When you see something, you're trying to tease a turn or you're trying to do something. So we were keeping it kind of coy right here, like, hey, look at us. No, no, look at us. And so, but you look, if you didn't know where we were going, I don't know what you were doing. You know what I mean? And it's kind of the same when you see a turn coming from a mile away and you go, well, that's how they do it in wrestling. Sometimes you see it coming. You know what I mean? Because
Pat Patterson out there, everyone's out there right now.
if you
This is
want to
being
foreshadow,
look at the dance skills. That might
oh
be where
man,
Mojo Rawley learned his skills
yeah,
from.
yeah, it might be. See, look, not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Sean putting us over. That's, I mean, that's putting us over right there, dude. That's what you call brushing elbows with a star, and then that star going, all right, not bad. You know what I mean? He knew what to get on TV.
So I
Uh,
said it, Pat Patterson was there in the background, Vince was checking on Animal, all the officials were
oh
out there.
yeah.
This was being sold as something just extraordinary, and that you guys kind of went over the line. So when you got to the back, what was the reaction to the angle? Is everyone happy? Are you happy?
Yeah, we were all extremely happy. I don't think, the Road Warriors were, but I don't think they were. I mean, they let us do it, so it's like they no weren't against it, they just probably weren't happy with it, and truth be told, I wouldn't be happy with it either, you know what I mean? You're kinda getting used and abused, and if you think about it, they never got their get back, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, they had another chance and they got DQ'd or something, and then we kinda just went in a different direction, and so they really man, they put us on the map, and I cannot thank those 2 guys, enough, and gentlemen, we will lock up again, one time on that pay-per-view in the sky.